You don't end a war. You win or lose it, or you negotiate a peace treaty. That's it. You don't just end a war. It's stupid language. You win, you lose, you negotiate a peace treaty. So Biden already chose loss. And to win in Afghanistan, first off, there's a reason why Afghanistan is called the graveyard of empires. Going from Alexander the Great to everywhere. I mean, you guys, did you not learn the lesson with Rocky? He tried telling you. Or not Rocky, but Rambo. Rambo tried telling you. Sylvester Stallone and Rambo. So Trump wanted to negotiate. What is the point of diplomacy? To avoid a conflict that he would have probably received harsher condemnation for, correct? Correct. So they were going to negotiate. And when you negotiate, you actually get into a negotiation. That's what leaders are supposed to do, to keep the people safe. Is it about flexing? Is it about having a phallus measuring contest? Or is it about establishing peace? I think we all know the answer to that. So that's what Trump did. But Taliban were already not abiding by it, and then they carried out a terror attack, and there you go. However, Trump listened to his military advisors, where, as the Wall Street Journal and Washington Post both noted, Joe Biden did not. He overruled General Frank McKenzie. He overruled General Austin Scott Miller, and he even overrode General Mark White Rage Milley himself. All of them advised Biden, as they did Trump, to keep a residual force in Kabul. Joe Biden did not want to do that. He knew best. The military advisor said, don't do anything during the fighting season. Yes, Afghanistan has a fighting season. They also have a pretty prolific heroin market, and they grow and harvest poppies. So poppies, they would harvest those in the fall, then everybody locks down in the winter, and then they seed the ground again in the spring. So by the time fall rolls around, fighting season is done, and they actually don't fight. This is pretty predictable. I mean, it's so predictable. They literally, all of the other military leaders on God's green earth, schedule any kind of engagement around this. And so Biden overruled them on when to do it. It was Biden who extended the withdrawal. The original date was May 1st. Trump didn't extend it to September, to 9/11 for the optic of 9/11. That was Biden. Trump didn't ignore the generals. That was Biden. And Trump didn't choose fighting season. That was Joe Biden. And not only was it Joe Biden, ladies and gentlemen, but they were sure braggy about it. Oh, they bragged about that. I tell you what. Have you noticed that you haven't seen Kamala Harris around, the vice president? You know, we have one. One of the reasons that we haven't seen Kamala Harris, there was a lot of discussion as to how she was saying, you're not going to pin this blank on me. Daily Caller had a piece. This was back in August 16th. Because they were bragging to the press in an interview on September 11th with CNN. The vice president commended Biden. Well, they were talking about the withdrawal on September 11th. It was in April, It was an interview in April. Kamala Harris was talking to Dana Bash, and Joe Biden relayed a story as to how he said that when you are making serious decisions, you want to have one of the people that you can trust be the last person in the room. And that person is going to be the one who is going to affirm your decision. And I was that person for Barack Obama. And he was saying that Kamala Harris was that person for him. And Dana Bash point blank asked Kamala Harris, were you the last person in the room for Joe Biden when he made the decision for the withdrawal on 9/11 of 2021? And Kamala Harris, on camera with her own mouth of her own volition, told Dana Bash of CNN, yes. They bragged about it. So don't sit here and come back to us now and be like, oh, no, I inherited this. Don't come back to us now and say, oh, no. This isn't how I meant for it to be. It very much is how you meant for it to be. You orchestrated every last aspect of it. And then he had the audacity to blame the Afghan soldiers who themselves have done more and sacrificed more than Joe Biden could ever imagine. He is a joke. This president should resign. He is a disgrace to this country. I am embarrassed of him as an American citizen. I have never said that about a president before, including Barack Obama. Ever. Everything I've ever said is public. Everything. I have that distinct distinct thing where I have all of my stuff, everything I've lived in my life is public, being on radio. I've never before said that. This one is a disgrace. He is an embarrassment to this country, and his vice president is also a joke. They're hiding her to protect her.